Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, my lovely students and my angels. How are you doing? And how was your weekend? I hope everyone had enjoyed their weekend and now are once again in the best form to enjoy their lessons. My kids, I'm your teacher, Mrs. Cash, with a math circuit lesson, and you are going to learn the fun things today at your math. Previously, we had took a D concept and I had taught you one new interesting thing, and that is about odd and even. How does odd and even work? I had explained you a lot, but I had promised you in the next lesson I will explain it more. So never forget, and this concept you just don't need anyone else to explain you again in other classes, okay? So let's start the lesson with the explanation. How does odd and even work? We will started today. You are going to learn odd and even number, okay? We will start this with a story. For example, there is one dinosaur. He is walking all alone. He's just walking all alone. But you have to keep one thing that what we are looking for in the story, odd and even. The even number can be grouped by 2 and the odd number cannot be evenly grouped by 2. Okay? Keep this thing in mind. You had learned this also previously that the even number can be grouped by 2 and the odd number cannot be grouped by 2. Keep this thing in mind and let's start and see. See, there are two dinosaurs. The dinosaur was first walking all alone while after some while he find a friend. So this dinosaur is very happy. First, he was walking all alone, feeling very odd. And now he got a friend. And when he got a friend, he feels so good. Now, how does one dinosaur? He was feeling old, and the one is odd. Okay, the number one is odd because we cannot group the one into pair, while the number two is even because we can group it into two. It is already two. We can group it into two. So the number two is even. Now look here. There is another dinosaur coming to group. Now the two dinosaurs are friends while the other are feeling very odd or alone. We can then group the number three into pairs. Now look here, the one, two, three, four. There are four dinosaurs. We can group them into pairs. So the number four is also even. How interesting. Now look here. One, two, three, four, five. The number five. Find out. We cannot group it into pairs. See, one, two, one, two. The two, these two and two are friends, while this one is all alone, feeling odd. So that five number is also odd, isn't it? Yes. Now come here. Okay. Now look here, the number six. Yes. One, two, three, four, five, six. We can, sorry, we can make a groups of two, 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 and two. This doesn't have a friend. This also have a friend, and this also have a friend. So they are grouped into two pairs. That's why the number six is also an even number. How amazing and how easy it is. Now look here. Let's count it first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 dinosaurs. All the 6 have friends, while the 7th one is all alone. So we would say that the number 7 is odd. It's not even. We cannot group it into 2. Okay, the number 7 is odd. Now look here and let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 dinosaurs and they all can be grouped into 2. That's why the number 8 is also the number even. Wow, how interesting it is, isn't it? Now look here and let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All and this is ninth. Okay, all the 8 dinosaurs have friends while the ninth one is odd. So now from here we find it out that number 9 is also odd because the one dinosaur is left all alone. That's why the number 9 is odd. Now look here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these all are grouped into 2. That's why all dinosaurs have their friends. No one is alone, so they are even. The number 10 is even. My lovely students, let me tell you 2 sneaky tricks about odd and even. Then how can you easily find out? Okay, there are 2 tricks. The first trick is that all of the numbers alternate from odd to even and back. Okay, all the numbers, like if look here, what is the number 1? Can you tell me? Number 1 is odd or even? Yes, when the dinosaur is alone, he was feeling very odd because he do not have any friend. So the number 1 is odd. One. What about number 2? And with the number, in the case of number 2, the dinosaur had a friend. He can be grouped into 2. So the number 2 is even. Yeah. So the one is. So how would it work? The odd and even, like one, if the one is odd and another is even, then odd and then even, then odd and then even. The number 3 was even because before it the number was okay, wait a second, see, look here. One, if the one is odd another is even, if it is one is even another is odd, okay, it repeats one after another alternatively. If one is odd, then two is even. If three is odd, then four is even. That way. Look here. The number 4 is even, then the number 5 must be odd. If the number 5 is odd, then number 6 must be even. Similarly is the case. Look at the pattern: odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, and then even. Is look here: odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, and odd. And then number 10 was also even because all the dinosaurs were in groups. So this pattern will repeat: odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. And if you learn well from 1 to 10 which number is odd and which is even, it is really going to help you out. So better to memorize and keep it okay clear. Now the second trick, let me tell you. What is with the number bigger than 10? First, it's odd or even, you can see on the end. It is very easy. trick, and it will really help you out. How would you find out with the help in the bigger number that the number is odd or even? Yes, there is one easy trick to it. Now let's find out if there is one number 21. Now we will look at the end, that the end number is odd or even. I'm telling you that the 21 is odd. How? Because 1 is odd. You remember, we will look at the end. Leave the rest of the number, look at the end. One was odd. When the dinosaur one was one, he was all alone. He did not have a pair. That's why number 21 is odd. Now, how does this how does this help? I'm sorry, how does this trick help you out? Look here. Now look here, the number 27 is even. Why? Because it have one at the end, and one if one was even. Now 101, it's also even. Why? Because at the end it have one, and one is even. Sorry, odd. I'm really sorry. Okay, so the number 71 is odd, and why? Because the one is at the end and one is odd. Now 101 is odd. Why? Because the number one is at the end, and one is odd. Then 131 is odd because one is at the end and one is odd. Similarly, okay, 1001 is odd because one is even. So any number you can find out with the help of this trick. Now look here, the number 32. It is odd or even. Even. Why? But look at the end, because at the end the number 2 is even. That's why the number 32 is even. Similarly, with the help of this trick, you can find out any number that if it is odd or even. Isn't it interesting? Now there is one another thing which you need to keep in mind about. Look here, 100. What if what if there is a number 0 at end? I have told you that 0 is even. So, if a number have a 0 at end, it must be, yes, it must be even. Any number which have 0 at the end would be even. Okay? So, my lovely students, you had learned from this or not? Yes, I hope you did, and I hope everything became clear in your mind. Now look here, there is page number 60. I have left the lower portion so you understand it more. Previously we did the even numbers. Today we would be doing odd numbers in both lessons and explain you a lot. Now you need to color the odd numbers. First you will grab a blue pencil in your hand. Now the number 1 is odd. I had explained. Where is my mouse? Oh my god. Yes, here it is. Okay. Now the number 1 is odd. Okay. They highlighted already number 3. We find it out. The 3 dinosaurs. The 2 are friends while the other is left alone. So the 3 was odd. In the case of 5, we cannot group it into pairs. So oh my, where is my mouse? It is not, it get vanished. Okay, the number 5 is odd, and then the number 7 is odd, and then number 9 also odd because we cannot group into pairs. Okay, and look at the pattern. Odd, and 2 is not odd, 3 is odd, 4 is not odd, 5 is odd, 6 is not odd. 7 is odd, 8 is not odd. So one number is odd while another is not. One is odd and another. This is the pattern, okay? And the number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are odd, and we will find how does this trick work, that any number which will end at 1 will be odd. Any number that ends with 3 will be odd. Any number that ends with 5 will be odd. And any number that ends with 7 will be odd. Any number that ends with 9 will be odd. Look here, the 1 is odd, we know. Then the 3 is odd, 5 is odd, 7 is odd, and 9 is odd. Just color it blue. Now look here. Look at the ones. Look at the end. The 1 is odd. That's why 11 is odd. The 3 is odd. That's why 13 is odd. The 5 is odd. That's why we declared the number 15 odd. The 17 is odd. Why? Because at the end it has 7. The number 19 is odd. Why? Because at the end it has 19 and 9 is odd. The number 21 is odd because at the end it has 1 and 1 is odd. The number 23 is odd. Why? Because at the end it has 3 and 3 is odd. Number 25 is odd because at the end it has 5 and 27 is odd because at the end it has 7 and 7 is odd. The number 29 is odd because at the end it has 9 and 9 is odd. See how easy it is. Now you can just do it by yourself. Let's find out what else we can do with it. Number 31. Look at my mouse disappear, okay? Now you have to concentrate yourself. Where is number 33? Just put a finger on it or put a finger near to this number. Number 33. Look at the number 31. The number 31 at the end we have 1, so it is odd. Now in 32 it's not odd because at the end the number is not odd, okay? Now, in the case of 33, it's odd because at the end 3 is odd, and in case of 34, the 4 is not odd, we would not consider it. The number 35, it's odd. Number 37 is odd. Number 39 is odd. Why? Because 3, 5, 7, and 9 are odds. Now look at the bottom row. 41 is odd. Why? Because the number 1 at the end is odd. 43 is odd because at the end it has 3 and that is odd. 45 is odd because at the end it is 5 and that is odd. 47 is odd. 49 is also odd. Why? Because at the end they have 1, 3. Now look at the pattern. Where is my mouse? Yes, look at the pattern. All the numbers which have 1 at the end and all the numbers which have 3 at the end, all the numbers which have 5 at the end, 7 at the end and 9 at the end are odd numbers. Okay, you are going to color this all this strip into blue, this strip into blue, this strip and this strip and this strip into blue. Then take a clear picture and send it to me. See, students, how fun it is, isn't it? Yes. Now, my lovely student, take a clear picture. I have tried to aid accounting in words, but we are not taking it today, okay? We will take it in the next lesson because our time has ended up. It was such a fun learning odd and human that we just did not find any time to learn anything else. I would like to say goodbye and shall I see you in the next lesson. Till then, goodbye.